Word to the wise, if you come here and you get close to the wolves, you will notice a very distinct smell. It smells just like skunk spray. It's their pee, essentially. So another little fact I learned here on the ground today. We are 7 miles out from the town of Eureka, Missouri. We are headed to the Endangered Wolf Center today for what hopes to be a really fun, interesting day. I guess we're going to see a variety of endangered wolf species, and looking forward to having you come along with us. Alright, so. Welcome. Please use the gate call box below. If you missed it, I'll press 3 and then press the call button. Wow, this is really neat though. I wonder if there's any wolves out there right now. And hopefully there is a fence. We have arrived at the Endangered Wolf Center. So now the plan is to walk up beyond those trees. I'm looking forward to this. I found out about this place maybe a year or so ago and don't know a whole lot about it other than it was founded in 1971 and it's a place where endangered wolf species can live, and they've had over 400 wolf pups born here. Walking up the ramp, getting ready for our tour to start. We're at the Learning Center and the Celeste Rue gift shop. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right. So excited. Okay, I am not leaving here without one of these, Heather. They are so cute. Oh, and there's little foxes. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at his ears. What would the wolf do? I don't know. Big red, little bitty wolf. Oh my gosh, look at these. They're so cute. I'm gonna spend way too much money here. Look at these guys. Very cool. Oh, I like that mug. That's a way to wake up in the morning right there. That face looking at you. Check out this desk thing here. This is awesome. Wow. This is worth a visit just to see this. This is cool.
Chance to touch wolf fur just because our live wolves we're pretty hands-off with, and they would probably freak out and run away if we tried. So we're gonna make sure we
don't want that to happen.
Is this real? The towel's real? Mm-hmm. It's very fluffy and
red wolf.
Oh yeah, he could be artistic. I mean,
all American wolf.
So our orchids, sometimes their enrichment is either what kind of leg is this? This is an elk leg. So I'm gonna have you guys pass this around. Just kind of take it past. You don't have to touch the dead animal leg if you don't want to. That's not everybody's thing. But this is a really good example of the kind of stuff that wolves are up against when they're hunting. They mostly eat deer and elk. They also eat things like rabbit and raccoon and occasionally things like blueberries as well. But deer and elk are a pretty tough prey for them to take down. They've got these really sharp hooves right there on the end, and those hooves, you know, if they kick you in the face, that's really gonna hurt. It might even kill you. So wolves are actually not successful for most of their hunts. They're only successful between 5 and 15% of their hunts, which means if we're gonna average that out, 1 times out of 10 tries.
Tour is officially starting. Let's go.
Our habitats are a little bit past this, so we keep our habitats about a quarter mile away from our other buildings, just because we want to make sure that we're removing animals from people as much as possible. Treat them very very, very differently. Like I was talking about before, we do something called positive reinforcement with those animals. Does anybody have a dog at home that they like? You guys have a dog? When you ask your dog to like sit or lay down, do you give them a treat?
Well, we just pet him and said he's a good boy.
Awesome, praise. Yeah, so positive reinforcement means that you give them something that matters to them, right? So to encourage a certain behavior that you want to see. So my dog is really food motivated. So if I want her to sit or lay down and she is kind of like, well, why would I do that? You know, give me a reason to do that. I might give her a treat and she might do it a little more often because she's like, well, good things come out of this interaction. If you have a dog that's motivated by praise, that's another one. Or a toy motivated dog, right? You give them their favorite toy if they do the thing that you've asked of them. And with our animals, it actually helps out with their veterinary care. Some of our animals will stand for ultrasounds, just awake. Some of our animals will actually accept vaccinations. And we're able to do things like sedate our animals without having to use like a dart gun. We can just feed them a treat and poke them in the booty. And it really works. It works really well. This is Dahlia. So if it's the wolf on this side, it'll be Dahlia. If you see beyond that middle fence, you forgot like
This is the Mexican wolf coming to say hi.
So Dahlia lives with two boys. She lives with Tamara and Crosby, but they're I'm like, she won't be so shy. She's like, what?
Oh. You itchy?
That being said, if I were to step in there, she would immediately run away, but she knows she's not that serious, so she can be a bit of a sticker. But Bar and Coffee are on the other side, and because breeding season is coming up, we don't just let anybody breed to anybody. So what we end up doing is, he is, believe it or not, a red fox. He's just melanistic, so the more melanin you have in your skin, the darker your skin is, and the darker your hair tends to be.
So this property is 2,000 acres, and they really try to simulate a wolf's experience in the wild. So they make sure that when wolf pups are 1 to 2 years old, that they're still hanging around their moms, their aunts, their uncles, because that's how they learn their communication and survival skills out in the wild. And they make sure they get some natural prey, so they learn what it tastes like, how they can digest it, how to share with their siblings. It's really quite amazing. So the two wolves they have here that they've really brought back from extinction are the American red wolf, which was down to 14 left in the wild, and also the Mexican wolf, which they were down to 7 of those. So they have now brought them back from extinction, which is great. They're really important to our ecosystem, and everybody's microchipped so they can really watch them and make sure that they're getting the proper care that they need. They also breed wolf pups here too, so really fascinating. There he is, the South American maned wolf. Beautiful. Word to the wise, if you come here and you get close to the wolves, you will notice a very distinct smell. It smells just like skunk spray. It's their pee, essentially. So another little fact I learned here on the ground today.
Towards them, and the wolves usually, because they're really shy, they kind of feel that pressure and then they run away. We're able to kind of corral them into their holding spaces. If you are a very experienced wolf at captures, you're going to be looking for any gaps in the line to get behind the people so that they can't catch you. Any questions so far?
So they're rival?
They're Mexican wolves.
Mexican wolves, okay. So it's American red.
Yeah, we used to have red wolves in here, but because the pair that was in here, we approved them for breeding last season, so we wanted to move them away. Because especially when they're young, they learn really quickly, so we don't want them getting used to people. And also too, we do a lot more adult releases with our red wolves, just because we don't have many packs to foster babies into. So because of that, you know, the shyer they stay, the better. But eventually we'll get more red wolves, hopefully. We have one pair approved for breeding this year, Hunter and Otter, who are 2 new ones. But we regularly move our wolves out to other accredited facilities just for mixing genetics as much as possible, and I'm gonna bring new ones in. Any questions so far?
They also have something here called an ambassador wolf program, which is really cool. So the wolves that tend to do well with guest appearances on TV, you know, classrooms, that sort of thing, they will let those wolves go and actually be ambassadors so that they can teach people more about them. But what's really interesting is they have certain cues and harnesses for them, and they will listen to the wolves' needs that day. So sometimes if a wolf refuses to get in its harness, they're not going to force him to. So I really like how they listen to the wolves' needs here before anything else.
They have a lot of different yeah, it's like a tiny democracy, and the way that they vote is they actually see it's their ballot and they'll vote in majority. And they vote on big things, like are we going hunting together? Because it's a little different from a wolf pack. A wolf pack's gonna be like, kids, get up, we're going hunting. We're gonna be like, oh, okay, mom. Right? So with these guys, it's the dominant breeding pair, because everybody get up, we're going hunting. The grandma's gonna sit down and be like, I raised you and I don't want to. So having that system in place is a good thing.
So when the wolves turn 2, they may strike out on their own and start looking for their own territory and maybe moving on to have their own families. But just like teenagers, they may also fail at their hunting missions and getting a job. So they may actually come back and move in with mom and dad. So I would highly recommend coming and taking a tour if you're in this area, Eureka, Missouri. Again, we're about 30 miles southwest of St. Louis. It's a beautiful property, beautiful place. You learn a lot about the wolves that they have here, Arctic fox. Very interesting place, and also every ticket goes to support the care and the research that they're doing to help. These wolves are still considered endangered, so we can all do our part. I'll leave a link in the description below and on screen here somewhere. But thanks for coming along on my adventure with me today here at the Endangered Wolf Center. Hope you enjoyed it, and I know I will definitely be back. Until next time.